Good morning and welcome to Money Wisdom, sponsored by Johnson Brunetti. I'm Jillian Andrews. We are teaching you smart ways to manage your money, and joining us now with expert advice is Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner and senior partner at Johnson Brunetti. Thanks so much for being here.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. So our topic today is investing wisely for retirement. There's a lot of questions that go along with this. We'll get to this first question. How will you spend change in retirement? How will your spending change in retirement?
So a lot of people assume, well, I'm going to retire and the world's different than it was 5-10 years ago, in that a lot of people work from home. People are like, well, I'm going to retire. I'm not going to spend money driving to work, less gas, less car repairs. I'm not going to buy the fancy clothes. You know, half the country's working from home in sweatpants. No offense. Sounds nice when you're wearing this. But anyway, spending doesn't really go down in the early years of retirement. You have more time to do more of the stuff that you want to do. If you're going to move, you probably do it in the early years of retirement. If you're going to buy that second home, or put on the deck you've always wanted, or go to Italy for 3 weeks, whatever it's going to be, you usually do it in the early years of retirement. So I wouldn't bank on spending going down, but it also doesn't go straight up. It kind of goes up and then it levels off depending upon your phase of life. But we also have to factor that as retirement goes on and you get old, everything's going to cost more money. Look at groceries. They never go down.
Sure.
So you have to anticipate growth.
Right, and that brings us to our next question regarding inflation. That's been a big topic for people. How does inflation impact retirement savings?
You have to grow your money. I remember when I was, when I was growing up and they talk about, like, this is how much a gallon of milk was when Kennedy was president. And, we have those same things today, like, but it's discouraging because they're like, this is how much a gallon of milk was a year ago. Prices don't go down. Maybe real estate, maybe cars, but for the most part, our everyday expenses, like, they go up and they go up. And there's moments in time where there's interest rates at the bank that are okay, and then there's a lot of times where they stink. And no offense, banks, but you can't grow your money that way. So you need a plan, because no one's sitting here, okay, can I retire at 65 and stay retired for 3 years? Can I retire at 65 and stay retired forever? And that's going to be, hopefully, a long time. So you need some kind of plan to grow your money, because you will need more money.
All right, and our last question, with that, always having a plan, should people plan on moving to a different state?
A lot of people do. I love Connecticut, born and raised here. My wife's from here, raising our kids here, went to UConn, very Connecticut. But it's not a great state to retire in. It's not as cold as it once was, but our tax, our cost of living, it's high. Now, on the plus, some of the best healthcare in the entire country, and I think New England is absolutely beautiful. But a lot of people do think about, am I going to relocate? There's a lot of states you don't have a state income tax. There's states where their property taxes are much lower. So that's a big, big decision, and it's going to drive some other decisions you make, like, are you going to do a Roth conversion? When do you draw Social Security? Depending upon the state you live in, the taxation is different. So if you really are thinking, I'm going to move, talk about that, before you retire, because it's going to impact when. And don't just arbitrarily move because it's cheaper, because I've had people do that too and then be like, well, I don't like it in Texas. I had a guy that moved to Miami who didn't own a pair of shorts, moved to Miami, said, I don't like shorts, I wear pants all the time. He moved back. Miami's not for him. So think about it before you move. Yep,
make sure you have that plan in place ahead of time, and of course you have a book offer for our viewers.
We do. Well, you have enough income in retirement, and it's a checklist, which I really like, because we talk about this all day, every day. Bottom line, decisions can be overwhelming. There's an overabundance of information out there. Who am I supposed to be listening to? Is it the right stuff, the wrong stuff? So it'll walk you through, okay, did I do this? Did I do this? Am I thinking about this the right way? So I really like it, because it'll make people feel more peace of mind, at peace with, okay, let's do this. Let's live life. Let's have more fun. So will you have enough income in retirement? Go to moneywisdomtv.com. So www.moneywisdomtv.com. We'll get it to you. It's free. It's good. It'll help.
Okay, wonderful, Eric. Thanks, as always, for all that advice. And that will do it for this edition of Money Wisdom. For Connecticut's Morning Buzz, I'm Jillian Andrews. We'll see you next time.